Alright, so the original plan for this boat was to keep it simple, get it on the lake this summer, and then if I like the boat and if I keep the boat, then go through it and redo it. The more I look at it, the more I don't like that idea. So we're going to completely redo it. That way I know there's going to be no issue with it. The carpet looks terrible, the seats look terrible. So we've got brand new seats for it. I'm going to start by pulling the seats out and pulling the carpet up. Then I'm going to rip all the wiring out, completely redo the wiring. I'm going to rip all the plumbing out, replace it all with AN lines, and just a few other little things. So let's get into it.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open in your bed, 'cause there's a time coming when the devil gonna come for you. So my trigger finger, stay prepared. I've got my weapon and I got my...
Alright, so I don't know if you could see it before. So this will show you kind of what color the carpet was. It was like a pink purplish color, and somebody dyed it black. So we're going to be pulling all that out, and we're going to put the same color carpet that we put in the Baja in this boat. I think it looks nice. It's kind of like a neutral color. It matches with everything. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to rip this carpet up. Hopefully it's not a pain in the butt, and I'll get back with y'all when I get it all out, and we'll go from there. Oh my gosh, my face is peeling bad. I had a bad sunburn. Anyway, let's get back to the video. I was a little bit worried that this carpet was going to be hard to pull up like it was in my other boat. But this carpet just comes right up. So that's a big win.
When I was younger, my mama said, gotta make your green and you'll be seeing red. 'Cause if you ain't got none, well, nobody gon' come for you. She would tell me tales that would leave me scared, so I made sure to get it through my head. I'm either gonna run this town or walk all over you.
So I've got all the carpet up, pulled all the speakers out, had some pile speakers, pile of shit. But it looks like about what I thought it would look like. The problem is we have a small soft spot in the floor. So I guess we're gonna have to redo the floor, either that or I'm just gonna cut the floor out and not have a floor. I don't know, we'll see. So I've got it all out now. I just got the seats sitting here. Obviously, these aren't the mounts I'm gonna use. I just got the seats sitting here for reference to see how everything's gonna fit. Back seat's gonna go here. I'm gonna cut this little board down to be even with the stringer so I can make little L brackets off the stringer so the back seat can sit flat. I got the back seat over there, which fits perfect. That's 59 inches, and from this side to this side is 59 inches. So it will fill out the entire back of the boat, which I think is gonna look amazing. But there is one problem. There's a bunch of holes where people have put new driver's seats in this boat, and it's definitely soft, and you can see so I'm sure that's hard to see on camera, but the floor is soft and there is water in it. So I'm gonna cut this floor out and put a new floor in it. The reason I'm gonna cut this floor out is because I know there's foam under that floor and I'm sure it's wet, and I'm trying to keep this boat as light as I can. So I'm gonna have to get all that foam out. If not, it's just gonna be weight dragging the boat down. So I think I'm gonna call it a night tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to cut this floor out, cut these seats down. So see y'all guys tomorrow. You can say whatever you want about me looking like a giant marshmallow, but I hate fiberglass work. But I did get the floor all traced out. Hopefully I can cut it out pretty quick because it is extremely hot out here in this suit. And I'm also gonna cut the seats down while I'm at it. That way I only have to get itchy one time. So let's get into it.
Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better run on. Run all day till you can't be found. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me.
Alright, so I got the top layer of fiberglass off. Now I'm just trying to get the wood out. And you can see where our soft spot was, and also I was right about it being waterlogged. This whole thing is filled with water. You can kind of see it right here too. Oh. Hopefully you can see that. All this is filled with water. So now I'm just trying to pry it up with a pry bar. It's not wanting to come up in one piece, so it looks like we're gonna have to do that for the entire floor. So I'm gonna get to it and I'll get back with y'all guys when the floor is up. Alright, so we finally got it all up. I think this is the last little bit. Should come up. There it is. So the good news is, so far, this doesn't look wet. So I want to mess with the foam in front of the boat, but all this is just completely, hope you can see that. It's just completely flooded, or waterlogged, whatever you want to call it. So I gotta figure out how to get all this foam out of here, and then we'll be ready to put the new floor in it. Well, I'm getting somewhere. It's definitely not a quick process, but it's coming out. One piece at a time, I guess.
You ain't gonna outrun me. You ain't gonna, yeah. You ain't gonna outrun me, yeah. Oh, better run, yeah. Oh, yeah, I say you better run, boy.
Alright, so I've got this section pretty much done. I got all the foam out. The problem is that there's still foam up under here, and it goes to about right here. And obviously you can see that there's water standing up under there. So I need to figure out how to get that out. Luckily, all up here is dry. None of that foam's wet, so I don't have to mess with that. But I wanted to show y'all this. This bag is just filled with foam. There's no wood in this bag. It's just the wet foam. This bag alone weighs 50 pounds. So I'm saving quite a bit of weight by taking all this out when you add up the foam, the water that's standing in the bottom of the boat, and the rotten wood. We're gonna be saving quite a bit of weight on this boat, but I need to switch gears real quick because I need to take my seats to upholstery tomorrow. So I gotta cut my seats down to the right size. So I'm gonna get the seats set up and I'll get with y'all guys in a second. Alright, so I've got this one taped off. I'm not cutting much off, but I just wanna square the seat up. I'm around these edges, and I'm gonna follow this line, and I just want to cut this lip off, and then I'm gonna cut the bottom lip off as well. When this one's done, I'll copy it and do the same to that one, and then I'll figure out how I'm gonna do the back seat, and that'll be done. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So let's get to it.
Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better run on. Run all day till you can't be found. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me.
Alright, so I've got one seat done. I'm gonna cut this one, and then I'm gonna sand on this one. I'll make these edges rounded, around that edge, then they'll be ready to go. So I'm gonna cut this one, sand them both, and then I'm gonna do the back seat. Alright, so I've got the 2 singles pretty much done. This one's really good. This one I might have to trim up a little bit on the top. It like slopes down. Anyway, I got the quad all cut to size. I just gotta shape it with the grinder. And I don't know if I've said this yet, but these orange seats are gonna be painted black or red or black with a red stripe. I haven't 100% decided yet, but they're not staying orange. But it's getting pretty late, so I'm just gonna come out here in the morning and shape up this rear seat before I take them to upholstery. And that should be it with the seats, and then we'll get back to the floor. So I'll see y'all in the morning. Alright, so it's been a couple days since I filmed that last clip, but I came out here the next morning and I realized that the seat was too wide to fit in the boat how it was, so I had to do some pretty decent trimming on it. I'll pop up a picture right now, but if anything, we're gonna have to trim out right here on the side of the boat a little bit, which I don't think we're gonna have to, but it's really close. I went ahead and cut this little brace down. I wanted to do it even with the stringer, but the fuel tanks bolt right here, so I can only get it so low. Right now, I'm focused on getting the foam out of the floor back here, if that's what you want to call it, because all of that was waterlogged. I've got 99% of it out, and the stuff that's still in there isn't wet because it's been sitting in the shop and outside for a couple days back and forth, so I think it's got all the water out of it. So I'm going to leave the little bit of foam that's left in it, but I need to get my piece of wood cut out for the floor. I'm going to seal that wood, and then I got to scuff everything up, fiberglass it in, and should be ready for carpet. So I'm going to get some wood, and I'll see y'all guys then. Alright, so I got the floor all in, or all cut out, I guess. I need to trim along here where this cut was crooked in the boat, and trim all the way across this to make it fit right. I gotta trim a small spot here, but it's really close. The sides are pretty tight, but the floor, the stock floor, curves. So I'm gonna make a piece that screws to the bottom of the stock one and then screws to the bottom of this, so it follows that same curve. So that should free up some room on the sides. So I'm gonna get this trimmed up. I'm gonna make that little piece that goes under the floor, and I'll get back with y'all when it's all in and all looks good, and then we'll get to the next step. Alright, so I got the floor in, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It fits really sweet. I still got a couple little lips to sand off, but nothing major. Obviously, this is not the piece of wood that I had in the boat a minute ago. And that's because the piece of wood that was in the boat a minute ago was the cheapest junk plywood you could buy from Lowe's. It was 1/2 inch, and it fit so tight that when I went to pull it out, it broke in half. And instead of waiting to go get some more 1/2 inch tomorrow, I decided to try to use what I had, which was 3/4 inch cabinet grade birch. Really nice wood. I didn't think it was gonna work, but it ended up working really nice. It fits way better, it looks way better, and it's obviously way stronger. I was pretty pissed when the other floor broke, but I guess this kind of makes up for it. You know, it's definitely gonna be a lot stronger for one. But yeah, I gotta sand around this thing so the fiberglass has something to stick to. And then, like I said, I gotta sand a couple edges, but nothing major. And then after that, we'll put some glass on it and this thing will be done. We can get on to the fun stuff like wiring it and plumbing it and getting this thing one step closer to being lake ready. So I'm gonna get all this sanded down and I'll get back with y'all before we lay the glass.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open in your bed, 'cause there's a time coming when the devil gonna come for you. So my trigger fingers, stay prepared. I've got my weapon and I got my prayers, 'cause if you don't run this town, they'll walk all over you. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better run on.
Alright, so the floor is finally finished and I think it turned out really nice. It took a little bit longer than expected because it's been raining every day here. You can probably hear it in the background. It's still raining right now. But I just wanted to say real quick that I've said in a previous video that I don't like to coat the wood and resin when I do a floor because I feel like when it flexes, the resin will just crack. My dad told me not too long ago that if you thin the resin out with acetone, it'll really soak into the wood. So that's what I tried, and this floor isn't very big, so I'm kind of banking on it not flexing a lot. I'm not trying to contradict myself, but I figured I'd give it one more shot on this. We'll see how it works out. But I'm gonna have to really kick it into gear to make my deadline because it's coming up quick. So that's where we're gonna end it on this one. Next one will be focused more on wiring and getting this boat put back together. So I appreciate y'all watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.